Hey everybody, welcome to Hazfans Unlimited Gaming. This is Micro Game Reviews, and today we're talking about The Bloodline from SHIELDBEARER Studios. Ready? Go! Do you recall those carefree days of playing with your best friends, finding a cool-ass sword as you venture deep into a far-off kingdom to defeat hordes of orcs? And now looking back on it, you realize your mom was probably looking out the window at all of you hopped up on one sip of Pepsi and running around like headless chickens ranting nonsense and slapping each other with sticks. Well, that's the vibe The Bloodline gives, in the best way possible. For an early access game by a solo developer, The Bloodline creates an amazing mashup of the Elder Scrolls games, mixed with the wacky physics and low poly art style of something like Gang Beasts or Humans Fall Flat. If you had to picture an RPG based on that sentence alone, then you'd be 100% right in what you expect. You create your own little dude with a rather detailed character creator, with aspects like your character's height having real effects on your playthrough. You're then awoken in a castle where you can explore the surrounding stores to learn the basics of a bunch of different skills, including cooking, weapon forgery, woodcutting, foraging, etc. Even just jumping around and sprinting from place to place upgrades your stamina for both abilities. Once you've done a few back and forth quests to learn the basics, you're left open to explore the world however you please, being sent to an overworld map to pick your next general locations to go before making camp, and being allowed to explore back in your regular view. The armor and weapons choice is bigger than expected, with each weapon dealing different damages and either needing one or two hands, with the usual trade-offs for such games between stronger weapons and being able to protect yourself with shields. With the fun and floppy physics in the game, most fights end up looking like two marionettes being flung at each other trying to see who can land a hit first. Now with these initial impressions on the game, there are some drawbacks in several areas. Firstly, although from the overworld map the world seems very expansive, the game itself is made up of chunks of land you have to go to the overworld to access, as opposed to a fully connected landmass, making progress made by clearing an area of enemies redundant when you leave and come back. A final big mark against this game would be the drop-off of things to actually do after you've been sent out into the world, with no other area being as densely populated with things to do as your opening castle and its surroundings. To summarize, The Bloodline has a strong opening, with a solid base to do some great things, but unfortunately doesn't live up to its full potential just yet. But with the game still being in early access, hopefully these issues can be worked on in future updates before a full, solid release comes out down the road. In the game's current state, we'd have to give The Bloodline a still very commendable 6 out of 10. If you still feel like you'd enjoy trying it out for the price, we'd recommend to see where the developer takes it from this starting point, but for now, this is what we've got to go off of. Thanks to SHIELDBEARER Studios for giving us a copy of this game to review, and thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe for more episodes, and let us know what upcoming games you'd like us to cover in the comments below. Now, I gotta get back to throwing myself down a mountain to get the jump on that group of orcs. See ya!